What's up, everybody? Welcome to another class. This is going to be a supported meditation. So please bring 2 blocks with you. A strap is going to be super needed, and then a blanket if you wanted. So go ahead and come to the preparation for your recline butterfly pose. So we're going to be using 2 blocks. If you don't have 2 blocks, try to bring 2 cushions, but I highly recommend that you use 2 blocks. I place one for my shoulders and another one for the back of my head to keep that stability in the cervical spine so the neck is not collapsing all the way back, and you can keep breathing. And the goal is for you to feel supported and held, essentially. So we're gonna come into our Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet together. If you're super flexible, please go ahead and measure. So I'm gonna take one of my blocks, and essentially you want at least 1 block distance between your pubic bone and the feet. So even if you're super flexible, there's no need for you to create a lot of compression by bringing the feet all the way in. So give yourself space and let yourself feel pretty supported right here. And then take your strap, and you're gonna grab the D end of your strap, which is this part of the bell. Make sure this is facing you. So I'm gonna put the strap around my feet like that, and then put the other end of the strap higher than my hip bones. So like where I would put my hands at if I was like kind of like being like, what's your problem? Like that. And then loop your strap, secure your strap so that this actually gives you stability in the lower back, and yeah, pretty close to the kidney area right there. So I'm gonna loop my strap, and then pull the strap towards, this case the strap is facing my right hip bone so that I can keep this good distance that we just created, and then at the same time feel pretty safe in my lower back. And then instead of just going all the way down, really take your time. So you can cover your feet with your blanket. That feels okay. And then I'm really going to take my time to move slightly back while keeping that tension between my feet and the lower back. So I'm pulling my feet away from my hips and then giving myself a second to feel safe in the pose, and then maybe come down and then back, and then try to play with that distance that I'm creating until my shoulders tap onto that first block. And then maybe walk your feet further away so that you keep that good tension. And if you need to pull the strap towards you to recreate that tension, that will allow you to feel safer in your pose. And then the back of your head will rest on the second block, which is in the tallest setting. And the goal is for you to feel supported. So this will really open your thoracic and also the windows of your psoas and the abdomen as well. But we want to feel safe and supported right here. So your palms can be facing up. If this is too intense, consider lowering the block slightly if you need that. So move around until you feel good in the pose. The goal is not to feel constrained and uncomfortable, but rather finding a good placement so that you feel stable in the posterior of your anatomy, and the posterior part of your anatomy, and then also you're breathing into your thoracic. And here we're going to visualize 3 levels. So we're going to work on your limbs, your legs, your lower limbs, and then the arms. And then we're going to move towards chest and third eye center. So press your right foot onto the left foot, find each one of your toes, bring them to touch so that you can connect the big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth toe, and then press into the knuckles of your feet, and then really drive the energy into the feet. And then again, if you need to pull the feet away from you, maybe move a few inches forward, and then you press your feet together and press the arches of your feet towards the center of your feet, and then the center of your heels, the right side of the heel, the left side of the heel, to really find that grounding sensation. Notice if you're not even right here, if you're moving more towards one side and the other, and then find center, find north, find south, find right and left, and remind yourself that you're in the middle, that you're in control. So still here, even if life is being pretty hard right now, and there are things and there's noise and relationships and challenges that are always going to be happening, even if we try our best to avoid, life is just that beautiful balance between darkness and also ease. And there is light and there's dark, and there are days where we can feel more easeful, and then others where there is probably more darkness. But place yourself in the middle and remind yourself that you're in control. So I'm in the middle, I'm here, it's always me. And I can come back to remembering what I already know, essentially thinking of you cleaning your closet and how we go through things to remember what we already have and what we don't need anymore. So we see the things that are in our inner space, and then we can remind ourselves of who we are and what we bring. And then also get rid of the trash. We will not be able to show up for others if we're lacking, if we're empty, if we have too much, if we don't even know what we already have. So keep coming back to what's in your inner space, how you're feeling, soothing into the sensation and the props that you're using and the boundaries that you're creating mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then use those to see clearly. Just notice what's already here, what you're feeling, what you want to create, so that you can move towards that vision and still remind yourself that you're in control. And you can use sensation different than emotions. Sometimes emotions will take us into reacting, or we're just trying too hard to find the answers. But see if you can also find facts and true knowledge and objective, something that feels more tangible. So again, go back to your feet, press toes together, arches of your feet together, center of your heels together. Rooting down into your power, into the control that you can create, how you move forward, and you take every step forward with intention, with courage, with compassion. And then start moving up to your arms and your hands, feeling what you create. Feel the left side. Notice the part of you that is connected to your heart, to your intention, and in a way to your dreams as well. And then feel the right hand, which is the one that we use to shake hands, to seal deals, to create commitments in general, and not only with others, but with ourselves. So once we commit to something, we focus on that thing and we accomplish that thing, even when it becomes pretty challenging. So finding that balance between just wishing for something and really wanting something from your heart and dreaming and manifesting because that really, you really love that. So transform that into action. You're committing to your dreams, you're committing to your vision, and you're committing to what you're seeing forward. So you're moving forward with feed, you're moving forward with passion, but you're also moving forward with your actions, with your intention, with your word. And then go to the center of your heart and visualize a line moving from the center of your chest to the center of your forehead. So connecting the heart with your brain, with your mind, with your highest level of consciousness. And you can even bring your eyes into that vision, the left eye, the right eye, especially the left eye, that allows you to see your vision, what's ahead, what you want to create, and really believing in that true impact that you want to bring to the world. Notice that compass that you created with your feet, with your knees, with your palms, with your fingertips, with the center of your chest, with your eyes, with the crown of your head. And again, notice north, notice south, notice right and left, notice vision, notice love, notice passion, fire, earth, air, space. And then place yourself in the middle. Notice all of your elements. Notice that you're in control. Remind yourself of who you are, what you bring, and what you want to create, and commit to it, recommit to it. If you needed that reminder, you have it right here. Take it with you. We're going to be here for 10 more breaths. Last one. And then pretty slowly start to drive your feet away from you so that you can find some leverage. Press your elbows down, and then slowly take your time to push the floor away and come up into a tall seat. Remove your blanket. Release the strap. And then pretty slowly cross your legs. I'm going to stay facing the back of my mat. And then here, just move towards the left and then move towards the right a few times. So draw some circles to release tension and bring yourself back to balance and center. Maybe notice how the thoracic spine feels and the shoulders before just moving on to the next thing. Feeling what you created, especially mentally in your heart, mind, spirit, and your physical body, of course, bones, muscles, skin, and your inner space. Hold on to this energy. Bring your hands to prayer, and really good work today. I hope to see you very, very soon back on your mat.